Welcome to the Levi and Ikaika show.
Aloha.
Hello and welcome to Levi and Ikaika episode 11. Yeah, that's right. Episode 11, our episode for January 2020. Yeah, we're in the future. We have craft and comedy at Juncture Tap Room and Lounge in Santa Rosa coming up here on January 11th. A lot of 11s going on here. We've got Chris Ferdinandson, we got Josh Argyle, we got Molly Steen, we got Mean Dave, and closing us out, Ryan Goodcase. This is a mean lineup. I'm super excited to have all these comics. It's going to be Molly Steen's first time in the room. Everyone else is a veteran. It's going to be a great show. So again, that's on January 11th at Juncture Tap Room and Lounge in Santa Rosa. You can get your tickets at the venue. It's $15. Well worth it. With your ticket comes a beer, and they've got a wonderful menu. So come on down, January 11th, Craft and Comedy 16. It's been a fun holiday. It was kind of a different holiday. This is the second holiday season where my dad and my stepmom have been in Costa Rica. They moved to Costa Rica 2 years ago. I mean, they've been spending most of their time for the last 5-6 years, but really just moved there 2 years ago. And so this is the second holiday season without him, and I have to admit I miss having my dad around for the holidays. They were a real anchor for the whole family, and now we're kind of all separated because they're over there, but I get to talk to my dad a lot out there, and we talked last week, to say, happy holidays and all that. And he was telling me that they got a kitten. They got a tiny little kitten. And my dad's never had a cat. And I was like, yeah, it's your first cat, huh? And he goes, yeah, I'm not really a cat person. And then as we talked over the next 20 minutes, he would just go, oh, and now she's climbing on the overhang. Oh, now she's running at me and playing with this thing. And I couldn't even get a word in edgewise as he was telling me how cute his kitten was. And I was like, not a cat person, huh, Dad? Pretty adorable. And then we hung up, and then that evening he sent me like a 20-minute cat video of her playing with a hair tie. I have to admit, the cat's pretty darn cute. And I think my dad is a cat person. He just never knew it because he'd never had a cat. I have to admit, man, little kittens, it does not. I mean, puppies are cute, but little tiny kittens jumping around, being all crazy. I mean, that is as cute as something gets. So we already have too many animals, so we're not getting any kittens. But I love kittens, and I think my dad's a cat person. So that's my update for the first episode of the year. All right, you guys, this is gonna be a fun episode. We do a lot of fun things, so I hope you enjoy it. All right, on with the show. And now a word from our sponsor.
Lucky Dog cigarettes, cigarettes for your pets. Try Lucky Dog cigarettes today.
Recommended by 9 out of 10 vets. All right, well, no, here's something I want to talk about. All right?
Okay.
All right. Here's the thing I want to talk about. You and I have a mutual friend who shall not be named, okay? And,
Josh?
okay, it's fine. I can edit that out. We have a mutual friend who should not be named, who he has this like unconscious compulsory thing he does, where he picks his nose mid conversation. He'll just be talking to you, and he'll jam his finger into his nose, right?
Oh.
And I've been calling him out on it. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You're picking your nose as you're talking to me. And he goes, I was just scratching it. I'm like, once it goes past that first knuckle, you're like an inch into your nose. You're not scratching it. You can't scratch the top of your nostril up inside the top of your nostril and call that an itch, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, even if you go into a coal mine and you don't come out with any coal, you're still dirty. You know what I mean?
Why is it culturally
unacceptable?
to pick your nose?
Because you're
We all
jamming
do.
a finger into an orifice. You can't take a finger, jam it into a body hole, and have that be socially acceptable.
That's a pretty good one.
So what do you think about that? People who do that?
Who stick fingers into bodily orifices?
Yeah,
What
let's
you're
go with
talking about?
nose. I mean, even if like what if you're talking to someone and they stuck their finger in their mouth? Wouldn't that's probably the most acceptable one, right?
Well, what if they have like a piece of roast beef stuck in their teeth?
But then you would want them to you wouldn't shake their hands or let them
You
handle
address that in the
food.
restaurant.
You'd want
Yeah,
them
that's a
to
good point.
wash. You'd want them to wash that thing, right?
I think point goes to Levi on this one. It's rude to pick your nose in front of people,
Mid conversation, even, right?
particularly. In
So
forgetting
Josh,
kids.
I mean, our friend wouldn't admit it, right? He's like, I don't do that. I don't do that. And during me berating him in front of 4 other people, he picks his nose. And I go, "You're doing it right now." And then he's busted, right? And he goes, "Oh my god, do you think I do that at work?" And I was like, "Yes, you 100% do that mid conversation at work. You pick your nose when having a
Wait.
conversation with someone, right?"
So what you're asking me is if Josh, I mean our friend,
Yeah, our friend.
does this at Best Buy? I mean the place where he is gainfully employed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, clearly, right? So he asks that in front of everyone. He's like, "Oh my god, do you think I do that at work?" Yes, you 100% do that at work. Oh, it's Josh calling right now on the other line.
Let's get him on.
All right. Hold on. It's Josh calling on the other line. Hold and accept.
Yo, what up?
Hey, buddy, you're on the podcast. Just want to let you know.
Oh, shoot, okay.
Are you on your way to Juncture by any chance?
No,
Oh, are you going to Juncture today?
no.
No.
I'm sober January again.
Hey, me too. Day 2, though. I didn't, I had to recover. I had to do some
Yeah, no,
recovery
I drank on
drinking.
I'm on day 5.
So are you just day 2 then also, Josh?
Yes.
All right, very cool. Hey, so, and this, I don't want to embarrass you or anything, but we're talking about a friend we know who picks his
With
nose.
Boshua Juckness.
Who picks his nose mid-conversation, right? And we had a whole thing about it.
Sounds like an asshole.
I wouldn't say he's an. I'd say he has
This
a.
guy sounds like a real jerk.
I would say he has an unconscious nervous tick or something, right? And I thought you had the coolest take on it because once you realized that I was right, that you do pick your nose mid conversation. I mean, our friend that we know picks their nose mid conversation. I liked your take on it when you said, "Wow, do you think that person does that at work?" And I was like, "Definitely, they do it at work." And your take was, "Well, do you think anyone sees it as a power move?" And then told us a story about like one of the way high up, not CEO, but whatever that guy was, one of the way high ups would be mid meeting and he would just let giant farts blast, not address them, and continue what he was doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I felt inferior to him. I felt like his power was permeating the room. And he wanted also all to know that he was dominant so that he could fart like that. And when I think about the nose picker, I'm just thinking it might be a little bit of the same.
Totally. A conscious or unconscious, I think there's probably a huge percentage that see that as a power move. What are other gross
Sticking any
power
finger
moves?
into orifices.
I agree. Yeah, it's like dildo in your butt. Power move.
Yep.
So
Okay.
what are you up to today?
Well, I was gonna do a bunch of the podcast segments with you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What about what'd you do yesterday?
What did I do yesterday? I didn't drink. It was my first day of not drinking for January, and I'm not doing like a hack New Year's resolution thing. It's just I drank for all of December. I didn't drink for November. I drank all
It's
of
like a January resolution.
December. Yeah, it's just a next month resolution, and it happens to be. And it's not even a resolution. It's just a decision I made to not drink for this entire month. But we were so hungover on the first and the second that We drank for the first and the second. So today's just it's the fourth, and it's day number 2 of me not drinking. And I have to tell you, not a problem. Easy.
Not a problem at all.
Not a problem at all, especially for a guy who
Well,
drinks every day.
You wake up a little bit and you feel worse than the day before.
You know what? I feel like
it's
I
not
have.
like being hungover, but kind of.
Yeah, you got a headache and you're like body achy and stuff like that. But I'm sure it's just like detoxing.
Does that ever go away?
It does. It went away. It took like about 10 days or something. Went away. But
when that happens.
But like Bill Burr talks about when he stopped boozing, he started waking up like an 8-year-old, just like bing. All right, let's go. That never happened. I still wake up and I'm tired. And
it didn't start happening like towards the end of your last month.
No, but what did start happening towards the end of last month is just my daytime energy levels were through the roof. I could clean, go exercise, come back, make dinner for everyone, and not even skip a beat. I never had to, like, sit down and rest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Huh. That sounds like a lot better than mine. Like, I just learned that Frasier is off Netflix.
Yeah.
I love that show.
You were watching a lot of Frasier. I watched them all with you. Yeah, we just finished all the Frasier episodes, and that is an underrated show. Went for 11 seasons, and the writing is brilliant. What's your favorite episode?
I like the episode where they all get confused over whose room is whose.
Ah, yes, the Scooby-Doo style door episode where they're all in their different rooms and they're coming out and that person's missing this person. They come out and these two people see each other that don't want to see. It's pretty. That's a great episode.
Yeah, like Daphne keeps trying to just be by herself.
It was funny
and Niles keeps finding her.
Yeah. And it's funny too. There's a line that you can tell they're shooting for the whole time when when everything finally comes out, and Niles goes, "I'm not gay, Guy."
That is a line from that specific episode. Wow, that's kind of incredible.
They were, and you could tell they were saving it or building to it. That specific line. It's not even a brilliant line or anything.
You know what I just realized?
What? Hold on.
That show.
Yeah, cool.
Its 11 seasons spanned. Through 2000 something, they didn't address the 9/11 attacks. I just called.
They did not. They did not address the 2001 9/11 attack. They did not.
Oh, that's kind of weird, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they tried and just couldn't write a good episode. Now.
Did they?
No, maybe I said maybe they tried. I don't know what happened. But there is one thing. Can you guess what my favorite episode is?
Can I guess what your favorite episode is?
Yeah.
How about you give me a couple hints?
I made you watch it.
You made me. What do you mean you made me watch
I
it?
I asked you to watch it. I can't make you do anything.
The episode with Woody.
That is a pretty good episode, but no, not the episode with Woody. Woody? With Woody.
Woody is Woody.
He is a witty Woody. No. My favorite episode is the one where they do the old-timey mystery radio show.
Oh, that's right.
And Frasier writes it, but and he gets all these great actors to do the parts, right? But through rehearsing it, he upsets everyone so much that they all quit. And so he's only left with the duds on the show, and he brings in his brother Niles to play 5 different characters simultaneously.
Different accents.
Yeah, but like five different, something like that.
Yeah.
And David Hyde Pierce is the guy who plays Niles. And isn't he just brilliant? Isn't he so underrated?
That is a good episode.
It's such a good episode. I recommend everyone. It was like season 4, episode 16.
I think at the end he just kills them all off, doesn't he?
Yeah, he goes, bang, ha! Or, I'm dead, ha!
Yeah, towards the end he just gives up and he's like, they're all dead.
Best episode on that thing.
He addresses the fourth wall of the radio, which is really the second wall.
No, he uses. Yeah, it's good. It's good call. You really can't break the fourth wall in radio because you can't
It's hard to
look. You
find the
can't
fourth
look
wall.
into
It's
the
all around
camera.
us. Yeah. It's more of a globe.
Yeah, more of a
globe.
circular room.
Wow. So I'm looking up Frasier on Wikipedia here just so we have more to talk about. But
Uh huh.
the show, there's a couple episodes, and one of them is titled "The Show Where Woody Shows Up."
Yeah, right on.
That's the name of the episode.
Yeah, I love it. That's aptly named.
Yeah. There's also one called "The Show Where Sam Shows Up."
Oh wow. What's the one where Diane shows up?
I don't think they addressed those episodes.
It's just one. I can't
No, I
stand
think
her.
she's around for a couple.
Is that real? I can't stand her as the actress who plays. She's so fingers on a chalkboard for me.
Yeah. Did you know that it was partly written by Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah, and executive produced.
He must just have a lot of ideas up in that giant head of his.
Well, he's a brilliant man. I really like that guy.
Could you imagine if Frasier played Doc Brown in a live-action Back to the Future?
Ah man, the Broadway one.
That'd be brilliant, don't you think?
Yeah, and they bring back Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, like he tries to order like a 92 Petrus inside the diner. No thanks, I'll just have a sherry. You know what? A sherry, madam. This is the 50s, not the...
Yeah, but Doc Brown famously couldn't drink alcohol.
Yeah, Doc Brown never had a brother before, did he? Well, he does now, and his name is Niles.
Oh man, that Broadway show would be going off the rails.
Yeah, because didn't Doc Brown have a dog too?
I believe he did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his name
I
was
know he
Eddie or
did.
Something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Einstein?
Little Einstein, Eddie Einstein.
Eddie
Yeah, looked at
Einstein.
him.
Very good.
The whole crew could be brought back for Back to the Future, Frasier.
Brilliant.
These are the crossovers that need to happen. And then the Terminator can show up and just kill them all.
Brilliant. I love it. Do you have anything else to say about Frasier?
Who, me?
No. The other person in here.
No, I guess. I mean, I really like that song, Top Salad and Scrambled Eggs.
You know what? It's a great song. As far as it's one of the least annoying songs. Because, sitcom intro songs get really annoying. And that one, I never got annoyed. I never was like, skip intro. You know?
Yeah. Did you know that Kevin Smith of Jay and Silent Bob, he had a show called Talk Salad and Scrambled Eggs?
No.
And it's all about Frasier. Isn't that weird?
Don't believe that.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that a true thing?
Yeah, it's called Talk Salad. Talk as in talking.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a tossed salad, like tossing it together.
Yes.
So it's delicious on your plate.
Right.
It's called Talk Salad and Scrambled Eggs.
I don't believe that is a real thing.
No, it stars Kevin Smith, the guy from Jay and Silent Bob and Company.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Brilliant.
And Cafe Nervosa, they have a cookbook.
What?
Yeah, it's called The Connoisseur's Cookbook. Cafe Nervosa. It was claimed to be authored by Frasier and Niles Crane.
That's pretty cool.
There's also a book called My Life as a Dog.
About Eddie.
Yeah.
Two different
This is
dogs
right.
who are both dead now.
One is called Moose.
Moose. What is that?
Yeah. One of the names of the dogs that played Eddie, I guess.
It's kind of funny, yeah. Of course they had different names.
Poor Eddie.
Poor Eddie.
Where do you think he is now?
Dead. In some
Think
sort
so?
of-
He could still be alive.
Nope, they're both dead. Known to be dead.
How do you know that?
I watched a thing on it.
You said it was known.
And the people who
man.
knew it told me so.
You know what? It's kind of unfair because Bulldog got a speaking role and Eddie never did.
He had a speaking role.
He spoke once.
He barked a couple. Oh yeah, there was a whole episode where he was. They used Eddie on the radio promotion. So Frasier thought he was the voice, or he was the voice, but he thought he was the personality that was going to represent WKCA or whatever it is. What's it's Cackle, right? KACL. He thought he was going to represent the radio station, and they cut him out and just overdubbed him onto a bunch of Eddie talking. And it was the same episode where Martin, the dad, accidentally ate the pot brownie. And so he's watching TV, and he's out of his mind. He's watching TV, and then Eddie comes up on the TV and starts talking with Frasier's voice.
Yes.
And he's like losing it. And then at the end, he's finally getting comfortable with being overly high, and Eddie's sitting there, and Frasier goes, "Fine, Dad, fine, I'm gonna go da 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 da," and he's already used to it, so the dad just goes, "Be quiet, Eddie." He thinks Frasier is Eddie. Brilliant.
I do remember that episode. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was a good one. And Niles thinks he's high. But he's not. He just ate a regular brownie.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember that from childhood. People like going like, "Oh wow, I'm super high," and you're like, "Yeah, I smoked that weed too, and I smoke a lot of weed, and that stuff didn't work."
I was reading this thing online, and it said that the creators of Frasier wanted to make it not like Cheers, you know.
Yeah.
So they set the setting in Seattle, which is the farthest city from Boston.
Geographically.
So yeah.
Interesting.
But I don't think that's really what they had in mind, you know. They probably just meant like the ideas for the show.
Well, you got to start somewhere. I mean, that adds to it for sure.
Let's just make it in Seattle then. Problem solved. Genius.
Well, something.
It's a start.
Yeah, there you go.
I think Lisa Kudrow was supposed to be one of the characters in the show. She's supposed to play Roz or something.
That would have ruined it.
I know, right?
I don't care for Lisa Kudrow.
Not even as a friend.
Not even as a friend. She'd probably open some doors for me as a friend.
I wonder if the character who played Daphne is really an English person or an American person.
She's English.
She's English?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that accent is crazy.
Yeah, well, and she does American every once in a while, and it's...
Yeah, Frasier. That's right.
That's right. It's bizarre.
Frasier.
Why do you go so low? But if you think about her English accent is so high and shrill. Will you come to the balcony again? It's like, ugh.
Oh, so it turns out that when Moose retired as Eddie, his son Enzo took over the role of Eddie. It was a father-son thing.
That's adorable.
A true dog. Not only that, this dog received the most fan mail out of any character of the show.
Of course.
Yeah.
Even though he couldn't read. What an irony.
What an irony. There's a lot of iron in that ironic statement.
Yeah. Iron.
Iron.
That's why irony is so heavy.
Yes.
Ha. See what I did there. Anything else you want to say about Frasier?
Well, man, that David Hyde Pierce, he really takes it away, doesn't he?
He does, man. He's brilliant. He's my favorite character. He's brilliant. What a great actor. And he's kind of a little scoundrelly, weaselly in it, so I think people don't really identify with him, but it's,
Yeah.
It's not quite fair, but he does so good in it.
Yeah.
His physical...
I will say something.
Yeah.
One more thing about the show. Remember when when the actress who played Daphne became pregnant, but the writers addressed it by explaining that Daphne all of a sudden had a compulsive overeating
Yep, I
problem
certainly
as
do.
a way of dealing with her relationship with Niles.
I certainly do.
Yeah, so they sent her away to fat camp and all this, right? Just to get around that.
Yep.
And then do you remember when the character who played Roz got pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
And they just said, well, I'll just make her pregnant on the show then.
True. Well, it was funny because...
They didn't even bother finding a father for
Well,
her.
I think Daphne got pregnant twice because she got pregnant and then they just addressed it as getting fat. And then it was fun because the episodes leading up to it, she was really putting on weight and they didn't address it and just draped her in these really awkward outfits to try to hide it. And it was so apparent because it's in her face. You know what I mean? And then they started addressing it. There's no way around it. And then she really did get pregnant when they got pregnant. So I wonder if did they fake that the second time, or was she really pregnant twice? You know?
Yeah.
I remember that though. So, but overall, you really enjoyed watching Frasier, huh?
It was good. Hey, you'll love this factoid too. Check this out. So you said that the dogs are dead, right?
Yes.
But it turns out that the original dog that played Eddie, Moose, he was 14 when Frasier came to an end. The dog's fur had turned snow white, and he was almost completely deaf. But his trainer carried him on stage after the final episode taped so that the pooch could take his bows with the rest of the cast. David Hyde Pierce commented that it was one of the most moving moments of the evening, watching Moose recognize and react to the applause one last time.
Aww. That's fun. He was probably terrified.
Yeah. Probably terrified. All the lights. It's like,
people yelling.
Is that doggy actor heaven?
I think doggy actor heaven is where they finally don't have to act anymore.
The best part about this article is that they keep spelling Kelsey Grammer's name wrong.
That's brilliant.
I know, which is kind of ironic if you think about it. It's bad grammar.
Ah. I see what you did there.
I didn't. They actually misspelled it.
No, I like it. Yeah, but you played with it. Good job.
He was the only actor to score Emmy nominations for playing the same character on 3 different series.
3?
He named those series, yeah.
Well, with Cheers and Frasier, for sure.
Uh-huh.
And he played the same actor on a different series, huh? Or played the same character.
Surprise drop-in, yeah.
Surprise drop-in on the Norm show. Oh, wait, that was a different Norm.
Different Norm.
Yeah.
Played with it.
I give up. What is it?
Wings.
He was in Wings as Frasier?
He was in Wings as Frasier, I guess.
Why?
According to this article.
According to this article. He probably was just going through the airport. Were they in Seattle?
They were in Seattle.
Wings?
I don't know.
Wings? I feel like they were for some reason.
I never watched Wings. I just know that guy from Sideways is in it.
I watched a lot of Wings. I liked Wings. Tony Shalhoub, right?
I guess. I don't know. Was he in Sideways?
No. He was in Wings.
He played Mud, I think, or something. Never mind.
So you watched all of Frasier. You finished it right before they yanked it off Netflix. What do you give Frasier? What kind of rating would you give the series Frasier?
I'd give 27 out of 27.
Nice. Good rating. That's a hell of a rating. I love it. You
You
enjoyed
claim
it?
to have watched it, 3 times through and through?
At least twice, but that might have been my third time. No, that was my second time.
It says,
Second
only
time.
a Frasier expert can pass this quiz. And then it says, seriously. And then it says, quote-unquote, tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Are you up for the game?
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm being serious.
I'll do it. I don't consider myself an expert, but I would love to take this Frasier
All right.
quiz.
It's only 18 questions. Ready?
Love it.
All right. What makes Martin Crane suspect that Leela Barton is Frasier's biological father? A, their similar taste in hats. B, their affinity for Sherry. C, Leland's professed homosexuality. Or D, their handwriting.
I'm going to go with handwriting.
It's their affinity for
For
sherry.
sherry. Shoot.
I should have told you that in the picture they're both drinking sherry.
Dude, what a flawed quiz if that's the case. Don't tell me that.
Okay. No,
Because the thing is, there's a lot of things in that episode that make him suspect. And I was just looking for the final thing because they have the similar mannerisms. They have a bunch of similar interests. They dress the same. They talk the same. And
This might
yes,
be an
they
easier
also
question.
enjoyed sherry. Kind of a flawed question. Anyways.
Sorry.
No,
This one will
it's
be
not
much
your fault.
easier, I think.
Are you making
It's
these
more
questions
memorable.
up?
No.
Yeah, it's
what
not your
language?
fault.
What language is Frasier tricked into delivering Frederick's bar mitzvah speech in?
Klingon.
Klingon. You need the answers, and yes, you are right.
I know.
The other options for the folks at home:
Yeah.
German, Yiddish, Elvish. Here's a good one. What's Eddie the dog's full name?
Oh. I don't know. Give me the options.
I'm gonna tell you. Once I give you the options,
Then I'll
you're gonna
know.
get it. You're gonna get it. Yeah. Is it Eduardo Ricardo, Eddie Lee,
Mm-hmm.
Red Dead Ed, or Eddie Spaghetti?
Eddie Spaghetti.
Which is why I opted to say that one last.
Yeah. Oh, was it not
Okay.
last in the list?
No,
Yeah, beautiful.
it was.
Oh, it
I
was.
just thought I'd
Okay.
play with it.
Good job. Sorry
What
I called
kind
you
of
out.
dog would Maris be?
Okay.
Miniature Greyhound,
Mm-hmm.
Lhasa Apso,
Mm-hmm.
Pitbull,
Mm-hmm.
or Chihuahua? Such a great question for you. You have like 8 dogs.
Yeah, Lhasa Apso, I want to say.
Well, you have 0 dogs. Lhasa Apso you go for. I don't even know what that looks like.
Or a miniature
Right, Maris
greyhound.
is,
But I'm going
is
Lhasa Apso.
Niles' wife, who we never see on the show.
Yeah. I love how
She's
they play with
always-
that character.
She's always being described as being really small and petite, not even there.
So they compare her to Chihuahua. I'm going with Lhasa Apso still.
Yeah, you would definitely go with Lhasa. But I'm just saying, like, some people might not know who Maris is.
Oh. Well. We don't know who Maris is.
Yeah, no one really does.
No.
She's never shown on the show, but she's
That's right.
mentioned more times than
So what is it?
So I don't know. Lhasa, let's see. No, it was the miniature greyhound.
Miniature greyhound. Bummer. So I'm
Yeah,
definitely
I
not
don't
an
know what that looks
expert.
like.
I'm only 2 for 2 or something. All right, let's keep going. This is fun.
Which of the following is not a real Crane Boys mystery story?
Nice. Crane Boys Mysteries.
So this is the stories that Frasier and Niles
Wrote together. Crane.
Was it the Hardy Boys, or was it Nancy Drew? I think was the joke. All right, so was it The Mystery of the One-Eared Monkey,
Mm-hmm.
The Suspicious Six-Pack,
Mm-hmm.
No Use Crying Over Spilled Sherry,
Mm-hmm.
or On Your Mark, Get Set, Die?
I'm gonna go with D, I guess. On your market said
Yeah, they
die.
wouldn't say die. I have no
Yeah.
idea, but that's what I would presume.
And?
Nope. It's No Use Crying Over Spilled Sherry, which makes sense.
Well, yeah,
were
because they're kids. They wouldn't be writing
they wouldn't
about
write
Sherry.
about-
Yeah.
They didn't even say what kind of six-pack it is. I thought, you know.
No, the 6-pack is definitely one because their dad's a big beer drinker.
You know, even only seeing the show once, this is a pretty tough quiz.
I like it.
All right, what was Martin Crane buying when he was shot?
What are my options?
Slushy,
Mm-hmm.
taquito,
Mm-hmm.
pork rinds,
Mm-hmm.
or lottery ticket?
I'm narrowing this down to pork rinds or lottery ticket. And I'm gonna go lottery ticket.
Go with lottery ticket. Oh, if it was slushy.
All I know is he buys it for his partner. Yeah,
There's
slushy.
another great
Yeah, okay.
So the picture is Frasier singing with his arms open
Mm-hmm.
on television,
Mm-hmm.
and it's, what song is Frasier forced to sing on PBS?
Okay.
Is it Buttons and Bows,
Mm-hmm.
My Fair Lady,
Mm-hmm.
HMS Pinafore, Nod to Silent, Amazing Grace?
It's not Amazing Grace.
It's definitely not that. I would have remembered that too.
Yeah. What were my first 3?
Buttons and Bows, My Fair Lady, the HMS Pinafore.
I don't know what HMS Pinafore. Can you sing that?
I can't, but it's the song that Bart Simpson gets Sideshow Bob to sing to
No
stall for time while
way.
they're floating down the river. Yeah, but can you sing the entire thing for the HMS Pinafore? So I guess I can't sing it. What never, no never, what never, whatsoever.
That's pretty good, man. I'm gonna go buttons and bows.
Buttons and bows is the correct answer.
Very good.
What
Not-
unfortunate trait did Roz worry about being passed down to her daughter?
Big nose.
Big nose, correct. Wow. Other options include depression, congenital heart defects, and tiny feet.
Jesus. Is tiny
What if
feet
it was
something
bigger
you
than-
worry about?
What if those were like some symptoms to one of those medicines you see on commercials? Other side effects could include depression, congenital heart defect, big noses, and tiny feet.
That's pretty good.
You're like,
Well, you wouldn't want a big nose and tiny feet because, you know, the weight distribution.
I guess Asian women might want tiny feet, but big noses are out of the question.
Amen.
You could ask women that. Would you trade a big nose for tiny feet?
Right. I have a feeling it would be no.
Wow, this one is tough. What kind of psychologist is Frasier? Freudian, Jungian, Belgian, or behavioral?
It's Freudian. It's not tough.
It's Freudian. What? How is that easy for you?
Freud is his hero.
Huh.
Who does he dress up when they dress up as their heroes? Remember that
He
episode?
did dress up as Freud, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And you think... But the thing for me is I didn't realize that there are departments of psychology.
Oh yeah, because because it's not a real science. It's a more of a art.
It's not a craft. All right, cool. Do you think when Norm was making that joke, not just Norm, but Norm Macdonald,
Yeah.
that comedy is not an art, it's more of a craft?
I don't know that that was a joke. I think he was making a real statement. But continue.
I agree with you, but do you think that he meant it as arts and crafts?
No.
It's not an art, it's
No.
more of a craft. Because that's another layer to that.
It is another layer to that joke, but do you remember his explanation for why comedy is a craft and not an art?
Because comedy is... Art is something that you interpret personally,
That's right.
whereas comedy is something that you all have to agree on that it's funny.
Comedy is a mechanical thing. You have to get everyone to make the same noise at the same time.
And
I think it's a brilliant explanation and hard to argue with.
ooh, this one is easy. You'll
Mhm.
get this no problem.
All right.
Oh, you know what? Let's try your gift of psychology, because we already talked about, or not your gift of ESPN. But
ESPN. Okay.
yeah, so we talked about characters that were on the show. So I'm going to ask you this question. I'm not going to give you the answer. Let's see if you can guess what person the quiz put on this question. Which Cheers co-star did not appear on Frasier?
And I don't get to say. I don't get to.
So you know which ones have been
Coach.
on the show, which they obviously have listed here. But which person is not on Frasier? I'm asking you to guess
Coach.
what person they put on this one. Coach? No, it's not Coach.
Too
In
obvious.
fact,
Too obvious. Because he was dead.
Coach is not even on the picture.
Coach
this
is
question.
dead. Coach is dead.
I think they're all dead now.
Well, I know that Diane was on it. I know that Sam was on it. I know that Woody was on it. I know that Norm was on it in the episode where Cliff and Carla are both on it, and I'm kind of out of characters here.
You sound like the guy that's on his second to the last question.
Got
Who
it.
Wants to be a millionaire.
I got it.
I know you have it. I know you
Rebecca
have it.
Howe.
That's exactly who it is. Congratulations.
My
You got that question
ESPN
right.
is strong.
Very strong. What radio station does Frasier work for? That's easy.
KACL.
That's right.
You know why?
Cackle.
Cackle. Yeah, there you go.
What's Frasier's main hangout? That's easy.
Cafe Nervosa. Come on.
Cafe Nervosa. Although this is pretty good, the other
What are
options
they?
are La Cigar Volante,
Uh-huh.
McGinty's,
Yeah, McGinty's. That's the dad's hangout.
that's the dad's hangout, and Bubblegum's Shrimpin' Hut, which is
Jeez.
absurd.
Jesus.
I bet a lot of people laugh at that. Anyway, it is
Yeah.
Cafe Nervosa.
Yeah.
How many times have Frasier and Roz hooked up?
Well, there's one where they're in a. See, I didn't see the episode this run where they hook up, but I saw the one
No.
where they talk about hooking up for an entire episode in a hotel together. Maybe it's implied that they hooked up before it, and they talk about all the reasons they can't hook up. I'm gonna go with twice.
Twice. It's once.
Ah, yeah, okay, but okay, cool, yeah.
I remember that episode on this run. I actually looked it up because I didn't see it because we always watch it when we fall asleep. And then I went back to find that episode because they would always address it. Be like, "Oh, remember that one time we
Right.
hooked up?" It's like, I don't remember that. Was that
I need to know.
Yeah, so I guess they just kind of wake up and Frasier has his arm around her.
That's
She's
right.
like, oh my god.
Well, that's
They
the
freak
one,
out.
and then they talk about why they could never have a relationship for the entire
It was
episode.
kind of a dark episode. Like,
Literally.
they talked about how he, like, you know, took advantage of her when she was all.
Anyway, he was a creep.
Hashtag me
Relationship wise, he was a creep.
Yeah. I guess that entire scene was improvised.
Ah,
What city is Daphne from?
options.
London, York, Belfast, Manchester.
Manchester.
If you say it with the accent, you can definitely get it too. Manchester. You can almost hear it. Ooh, this is a good one. What is Miles allergic to?
All right, options.
Dogs,
Uh huh.
Fabergé eggs,
Uh
cashmere,
huh.
or parchment mites.
Parchment bites. I'm gonna go with cashmere.
It's parchment mites.
Is it really parchment mites? That's funny. All right, cool.
I don't remember that at all.
I'm happy
I
to
wouldn't
miss
know
that
that as
one.
a
Yeah. All right, what are we at? We got
What
a
was-
couple more.
What was Maris eventually arrested for?
Okay.
You
Options.
know this. You don't know what Maris was arrested
I
for?
remember when she was on the run. I remember all that, but I don't remember what. I want to say it's like murder. But
Murder. Yeah, it was murdering her lover. Remember with the bow and arrow that Niles gave to her?
oh man.
Because she was supposed to do that pose for that show, and she ended up shooting him.
So it really
And
is
her claim
murder.
was that- yeah, her claim was that she was practicing with a hot bow, that he surprised her and she accidentally shot him in the head.
That's awesome.
Which was kind of a dark episode.
Yeah. There was
I mean,
some
not
dark
as
stuff in
as an
that.
episode where Frasier raped Roz, but
I mean, wow. Hashtagged her, dude. Hashtagged her. Come on.
yeah.
Hashtag has really taken on a new meaning, hasn't it?
Wow, it really has. It's
First, it was a pound sign that you pushed after putting numbers into your phone. Then it was a way to, reference other things on the internet. And now it's just a synonym for sexual harassment / rape.
Okay, which building has Niles lived in? A, the Montana.
Yeah.
B, Shangri-La.
Shangri-La.
C, Maris's mansion. Or D, all of the above.
Oh, well, all of the above.
When you hear, or when you see all of the above, don't you automatically go back and reread the whole thing?
Not when I know there's 2 of the 3 that I know. So, what was
That's
the very
very
first
true.
one, though?
The first one was the Montana.
Yeah, I don't remember that. But okay.
Yeah, neither do
It's
I. Isn't
all-
that weird? But
yeah.
you know that he's lived in the Shangri-La. of
Because
Maris.
he was so depressed about it.
And the answer is D, Maris's mansion. Or no, the answer is all of the above.
Yeah,
D.
I know. Jesus.
But I don't remember the Montana either. I wonder when that was.
Yeah, interesting.
Do you think that's where he and Daphne moved into after they got married?
No, yeah. Oh, right. That's his place.
Is it?
Yeah, it's his place that his dad gets lost in that one episode and he can't find his way back. And they're talking about how he's paying too much in rent. And he's like, well, where do you want me to live?
It is kind of interesting that they had a show where all these characters were so wealthy that they could do whatever they wanted to, and it was just normal.
Mm.
It's like, I'd like to pay for your wedding. It's like, wow. Okay, cool. Anyway, who sings the theme song of Frasier?
Frasier.
Correct. Oh, here's a good one.
All right.
What was Martin Crane's favorite beer?
Ooh, options.
Oh, come on.
Ah, I know. I should be able to just say it. I don't know though. Options. I'll get it. Come on.
Is it Valentine?
Yep, done.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I liked how you tried to say that like it wasn't a thing too. You did that strategically,
I said it first, hoping you would just get it.
and you said it like it was not a thing. It's Valentine.
What show follows Frasier's on the radio station? Is it Bulldog, Father Mike, Food Critic Gil, or Dr. Drew?
It's Bulldog, but then he gets fired, like halfway through, like episode. It's Bulldog.
See, I thought Bulldog came on before him.
Nah, because he's always coming in and shooing him out to get his show going.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Because I know that Food Critic Gil and Father Mike are both other shows on that station, but it is Bulldog. Congratulations. Oh, and that's the last question.
Oh, thank God, because we're running at 36 minutes here, and we've talked about Frasier the whole time. There's gonna be a lot of editing there. So, yeah, 20. You give it a 27 out of 27. I give Frasier 3 stars. It's just a great show. I hope everyone goes and watches it if they listen to this. But it's not on Netflix, so you can watch it though if you've got
That was the most
Amazon
disappointing thing
Prime.
is that it was gone, you know?
Yeah,
like
it's on
not
Amazon
with us
Prime,
anymore.
so you can go watch them all on Prime. Cool.
Man, Frasier, what a great show.
What a great show.
That was a fun quiz.
That was a fun quiz. I had fun. Thanks for that.
That was unplanned, by the way.
Okay. The best things always are, you know.
I was scrambling for Frasier information, and then I saw that BuzzFeed had a quiz, and they had
Beautiful.
the best quizzes.
It was perfect.
That's the website. It's BuzzFeed. They have
BuzzFeed,
the
the
best
number
quizzes.
one best quiz site after our sponsor, Sporkle.
They have the best trivia quizzes. And it's mostly because of the writing, you know? Like they have little
Oh, of
quotes
course.
after each question.
Yeah, of course. So, holidays are over. We're into January now. What? There's nothing till Valentine's Day or something. How are your holidays, man?
It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Mine were good too.
I worked the whole holidays. It was
You
so-
did. You busted your butt through the holidays, didn't you?
Yeah. I think people would be nicer during the holidays, but they're more frazzled.
That makes sense,
Everyone.
though. I don't think you're surprised by that.
Yeah, like as someone that works in the restaurant industry, you think people are like nicer during the holidays, but they're really not. And not just people that eat there, like everyone, like the cooks,
Mm-hmm.
your coworkers, everybody's all hypersensitive and emotional.
Totally.
And it goes down, man. I mean, there was this one guy. He was eating dinner with his wife and his son.
Okay.
And I don't know what happened, but they got into some kind of argument, and he started yelling at his wife. And she was like, I'm going to go back up to the room. And he's like, no, you're not. Sit the F down. And my manager had to go over and ask him to be quiet.
That's so uncomfortable.
I know, in the middle of a restaurant, too.
That's so uncomfortable.
Yelling at the top of his lungs. And of course he complained about everything. Like, comp his whole meal.
That's kind of smart.
Ugh. Well, I wouldn't have done that, you know? Like,
No, to complain.
yeah. Well,
People who complain and raise a big stink often get taken care of way better than people. I mean, always get taken care of way better than people who are respectful and compliant.
well, the thing is that he complained about the food, but then he asked for to-go stuff so that he could pack it up.
What a
Yeah,
d-bag!
I know, right?
Yes.
It's like, oh, so you didn't enjoy any of this, but you want all of this to go.
Oh my. That
And
angered me.
And when we offered him to dessert, well, this is before that, but when we offered, like, oh, we're so sorry you don't like anything. Would you like anything else, or would you like maybe some dessert?
Mm-hmm.
And then he said he would like his dessert to go, and that's when he complained.
Wow.
I mean, this guy was a real jerk. You know?
Did that not happen?
No.
None of that happened?
No.
And that's the holiday story you want to tell? Are you proud of yourself?
Did I have you?
No.
I had you a little bit.
You had me because I'm trying to do a podcast segment. It doesn't even kind of count. I was feigning interest in your dry story.
When you said, what a D-bag, instead of a jerk, I knew I had you.
Whatever. It doesn't count. It only counts... What he's doing for the folks at home is Norm has these series of jokes where he lists these progressively horrible things that some character does, and his punchline for the entire thing is, that guy was a real jerk, right? And so Ikaika has become quite brilliant during our off-air conversations in hooking me into the story, and then dropping that guy was a real jerk, and then I go, oh, you got me. There were a couple really good ones where you really got me.
To your credit, you're the one who started this entire game.
What?
Because you told me that story about that guy in Santa Rosa that picked up a baby and smashed it on the sidewalk by picking the baby up over his heads with two hands and then forcefully slamming it onto the sidewalk. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I might remember this.
Yeah.
I think that was a real thing.
It's become this competition now over who can suck the other person in to...
You've got to suck them into the story. And you know, obviously the person you're talking about is way more than just a jerk, which is Norm's punchline.
And one of the rules is that the story can't have really existed otherwise.
One of the rules is the story can't have existed, or it's really true. Which the baby thing was real. The baby thing was real.
Which is why Levi asked, "Is this real?"
That is why I asked, "Is this real?" That's right. So
are you got mad at me for it not being real?
Do you? Well, because you can't go. We can't be doing a segment for the podcast, and you go, "All right, I've got a good story here." And I go, okay, because I'm going to be there with you. I'm going to try to make it entertaining and be present. And I'm going to say what I think you want to hear as a response or whatever. And for you to
Well, you shouldn't do that. You should always be honest with yourself.
Yeah, whatever, dude. You know what you've done.
I did leverage it for reality. That's true.
Yeah. So do you have a real story?
It did happen.
It did happen? Oh my God!
Okay, so here's the real
jerked
story,
around left and right.
All right, so there's this guy.
Uh-huh. Can't live like this. Now a word from our sponsor. Mystery Canned Goods. Tired of deciding what to have for dinner? Make every meal a surprise with Mystery Canned Goods.
You're so racist. What's your problem?
No. Let's do the Samuel Jackson movie game.
Why is that?
Not sure, because we haven't done them yet.
Because you deleted it?
Yeah, I accidentally deleted it, so let's go ahead.
Anger?
Yeah, well, not in anger. I accidentally... You don't accidentally do things in anger.
You just don't delete things in anger, that's for sure.
So, well, maybe that's not for sure. It's a good point. The way you first put it right there, I feel like it does happen then. But you want to do it? You want to do the movie game with Samuel Jackson? Prolific
I don't
actor.
know. Really?
Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just bang it out.
Alright.
All right. You go first.
Pulp Fiction.
Ooh, Pulp Fiction, good one. Jackie Brown.
Phantom Menace.
Ooh, good one. Unbreakable.
Does that take out all of the,
Yeah, that
no,
universe.
that's what we said last time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Deep Blue Sea.
Ah, I wanted Deep Blue Sea. Oh man, Black Snake Moan.
Coming to America.
Snakes on a Plane.
Goodfellas.
1408.
He plays a lot of snakes.
I guess so. Your turn.
What's the name of that movie?
I can't tell you. Come on, a lot of them out there.
National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1.
Nice. Since you took Deep Blue Sea from me, I'm going to take this from you, Star Wars.
I said The Phantom Menace.
I am so sorry. All right, Marvel Universe, but I guess I have to name one, don't I?
Yeah.
The Avengers.
They didn't make a movie about him, which is kind of sad.
Yeah. Avengers.
He's not in the Avengers.
Ah, are you serious?
No, he is.
Oh, thank God.
Let's see. Coach Carter.
Yeah, it's a good movie. 187.
265.
Huh?
Did I say Goodfellas already?
Yeah, you did.
What is he in?
What? A lot of movies left.
Are you looking at the internet?
Nope. And I'm not going to read them off when we're done. So, people, you can just look up the movies that we missed. And write in. Call us idiots.
Let's see. Wasn't he in Django? No, but he was in Hated Eight. Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight? Well, I'm going to go ahead and say Django.
He was in Django?
Yeah.
Kill Bill 2.
Nice. Fresh.
Spear.
The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, man.
One of my favorite roles he's ever played.
The Kingsman.
Yeah, that's right. We couldn't come up with that last time. That's awesome.
What?
Yeah, we couldn't come up with it. We had to read it when we were done. The Incredibles.
Oh, he is in that. A lot like the Kingsman, huh?
I mean, except it's animated.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh, he's so great in that. What's his name in that again?
I don't know. Michelangelo?
No. It's like Zeus?
It is Zeus.
Yeah.
I was in the same realm.
Yeah, not at all.
What do you mean?
How is Michelangelo and Zeus in the same realm?
Michelangelo painted Zeus. Or he painted for Zeus for money. Something
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Samuel L. Jackson. What else is he in? Lakeview Terrace.
What is he, a cop or something?
Yeah, he's a frustrated cop. His wife left him, and so he starts terrorizing his white neighbors that he doesn't like. It's a good movie. I mean, it's not the best. Oh, that's right. He starts terrorizing his neighbors because it's a white guy married to a black lady, and his wife just left him, and so he's kind of like resentful that this guy gets to.
King Kong Skull Island.
Ah, King Kong Skull Island. Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Yep, he's the hunter. A lot like his role in King Kong Skull Island.
So they go together, kind of.
That's why you reminded me of it.
Son of a bee.
Yeah.
Is there a movie where he was a musician or something like that? No, that was Jamie Foxx.
I don't know how those relate, but okay.
Oh, I guess I'm out.
Oh man, you guess you're out? Well, I have to admit, I don't have another one. Can't come up with another one, huh? Yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
No. Samuel L. Jackson. Cool. Well, that was a good movie game, man. I'm out too. You guys can look up, write in, tell us what movies we missed. I hope you enjoyed the Samuel L. Jackson movie game. Did you have fun, Ikaika?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I just watched Kevin Hart's little mini series. Anyone seen that? You guys seen? Yeah, I liked it. It's good to see him back to work after that horrible accident. He got in that horrible car accident. He broke his back in 3 places. He's finally back to work. It shows that it could have been way worse if he wasn't securely strapped into his car seat. He's a tiny guy. He's a tiny little man. Kevin Hart's tiny.